Hi gang, this is my abs and glutes workout, working on your stomach and your butt. It is a 45-minute workout. All you need is a mat. That's mainly to keep you from slipping, and some comfortable exercise clothes. So today's session in this video, we have a small warm-up, like 3 or 4 minutes. And then what we do is we do exercises that last a minute or a minute on each side, a minute on the other side with very small breaks in between. So that's how we're going to do this in this video. So starting, ooh, music. Music would be good. There we go. All right, music helps me keep rhythm. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and we'll start with feet wide. It's one of my favorite warm-up moves. The feet are slightly turned out. Please don't turn them way out because your hips need to rotate out as much as your feet rotate out. That way when you come into this second position plie, this sumo squat, your knees are going right where your toes are going. They're not rolling in. And your knees are right over your ankles, so your feet are pretty wide. We go down and up. Here we go down and up. And we start to pay attention to our breath. See if you can take some deeper breaths. Sometimes during our day when we're not paying attention to our breath, we're not really breathing that deeply. And that oxygen really helps us. Sometimes in the class you can breathe more deeply than others. Just notice your breath. Relax the things you can. Relax those shoulders, relax your face. There goes some tension here. Let's do 8 more. Go, 8, 7, 6. Feel all the way to your fingers, feel all the way to your toes. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Here we go. Bring those feet in, they're about hip distance apart. Hands here, because you're gonna bring your knee up to your hand, and then switch sides. We go up and up. So simple warm-up moves just to get your blood flowing. Not a lot of cardio in this workout. More toning, but you'll get your heart rate up a little bit, and that's good. Like I said, get your blood flowing. Again, shoulders relax down, chest lifts up, chin level to the floor. 4 more sets. 3, 2, 1. Good. See, what's my third? Oh, low jacks. Arms up, bend your knees. The standing leg stays bent. And we go out to one side, arms up here, out to the other side, arms up here. So you stay low on that standing leg. Your heel is down on that standing foot. We go faster this time. So again, we can get that heart rate up a little bit, get that blood flowing. Shoulders working, legs working, butt working, thigh working, hamstrings working, core working. Woo, got it all. 8 more sets. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hopefully you feel a little more warm. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Nice. Okay. So starting with variations on squats. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. Okay. Variations on squats. First minute will be just regular squats. Now here's the thing about your squat. Pull your shoulder blades back and in. Sit back in your heels. You don't need to go too low. Keep your heels down. So starting with basic squats for 1 minute. Feet hip distance apart. Here we go. Go down. Down and up. Now a minute out of your whole life is just not that long, but I admit, sometimes it feels long. Just think about what you're working here. All those butt muscles are working. Use your exhale. Sit back in the heels. Your body hinges forward a little bit as you sit back and down, but you don't collapse over it. Again, you're pulling your shoulder blades kind of back and in. This produces a better position for your squat. Yes. 15 more seconds. Nice, you guys. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. These just work so well. We're just gonna have to do a lot of different variations. Good. By the way, just shake it out. Take a deep breath. I've got some water over here. You can always grab water if you need it, but it's only 45-minute workout, so do try to stay with me and work as hard as you can. If you're more of a beginner, that's okay. Just do your best. That's all we can do, right? This time, we go squat, leg lift, squat switch, squat. Good for 1 minute here. Ooh. My leg is staying parallel, okay, when it lifts. So it's the outside edge of my leg that's going up towards the ceiling. Now remember, heels stay down, like that. Ooh, I just kicked my wall. the trials of working out at home, right? That's what not to do. Almost there, guys. You got about 20 more seconds. You can feel it, can't you? Right in that butt. Works out the whole leg, really. The more you sit back and down, the more you work the top of the butt. That's good too. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. There you go. Okay, take a break. But one more squat one. So, I think what I want to do here, yeah, so this one, I'm actually going to extend this one to 2 minutes. Again, because we're switching sides, like we did the last one, we're going to just make these a little longer. Here's what this one looks like. We're squatting, we just go out, out. You can join in right now. Here you go, keep those heels down, keep those shoulder blades pulling together. This is going to be a long one, you guys, but I think you can do this. Sit back in those heels. If you have any knee issues, or you feel like anything's not feeling right, just don't sit as far back and down, right? You know, let that body hinge forward a little bit. Think about when you can bring that foot back in, that your knees are going right where your second and third toes are going and not too far past them. Woo, this is gonna be a good one. This is maybe probably the hardest one you do the whole time. Maybe. We do have abs to do too. Hang in there. Woo, yeah. Okay, you guys, I know you can do this. Give yourself a little pep talk. You got about 30 seconds left. Get lower if you can, way back in the heels. Pull those shoulder blades together. Just barely touching that foot out. Wow, I can feel this. Keep breathing. Keep those shoulders down. Chin doesn't stick out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, I promise you, that was a tough one. We're breathing, we're shaking it out. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna shove from the side first, and then I might just turn a little bit and give you a little better idea, though admittedly I don't want to kick my wall again. Okay, so it's kind of like a warrior 3 in yoga, and you, actually I want your arms up, so just lean it over and touch down. And you stay with that one side for a minute. Okay, so arms up, you just hinge forward. Your standing leg can bend if needed. You don't have to get your back leg parallel to the floor if you don't want. Now we'll stay with one side for a minute. Here we go. Over, touch. You can honestly go as fast or slow as you want to. Standing leg, like I said, could be bent, but keep that heel down, okay? keep the neck long. Try not to jet the chin out. Your eyesight helps you to balance. If you're having trouble with this, one hand can hold onto a wall or a taller piece of furniture. Keep the spine long. 30 more seconds. Feel how you're working that hamstring, but you're actually working right at the bottom edge of the butt quite a bit too. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Pull the shoulder blades in a little bit. 15 seconds. Ooh, feeling that standing leg. We usually do a lot on the mat, but today is a lot of standing butt work. Okay, ooh, she got that standing leg. Give about a 30-second break. Switch over to the other side. Feeling good, right? All right, in 15 seconds, we'll be switching sides. I'm just going to turn so you can see a little different version. Actually, no, I guess I can't because my clock. And 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, second side. Over and touch. Again, you can go a little faster if you can keep your balance and have good form and keep your spine long and keep your standing heel down and breathe. There's a lot to do, so it's like we do this for a minute, but there's so much to focus on. It's like it just like goes so fast. Spread your toes out. Pull those abs in to keep you stable. I'll help you with your balance. Your gaze, really helpful. I look over here and then kind of scan down and scan up again. Almost there, 20 seconds. Nice. 5 seconds. There we go. Shake out that standing leg. This next one is chair pose to reverse lunge. I'm just going to show you while you just take a little break there. Here's my chair pose. You can have your hands in center in prayer position. You have them on your head, so you can have them out to help you balance or up to help you balance. So it's not a big deal. Whatever your arms are doing, that's fine. So my feet are pretty close together, this time a little bit closer than hip distance. Again, I sit back and down, so it's a lot like that squat. I'm not going to jut my chin out. I'm going to pull those shoulder blades together a little bit. Just going to step back and step in, step back. If you want to hold on to something, that's fine, okay? Here we go. We go chair and lunge, chair and lunge, chair and lunge. So that back foot, you come onto the ball of the foot. The front heel always stays down. Always pull those shoulder blades in, pull those shoulders down. Try not to let that chin jut out. Notice how I'm hinged just the tiniest bit forward with my upper body, but not a lot. Ooh. Good, you guys, we're almost there. Are you breathing? Are you focusing your gaze to help you balance? 15 seconds right here. Good, that was it. Yeah. We have side lunge to balance hold. Okay, so we go side lunge, up to balance, side lunge. Now, let me show you a little bit about this. When I go into that side lunge, your foot might be more turned in, might be more turned out, but whatever it is, that knee is going right towards second and third toes. It's very important. And it's important it doesn't go way past it. You see that? I don't want it to go way out here. It doesn't have to be a deep lunge, especially if you're more of a beginner. It's just a little bit of lunge. And then see if you can come up to balance. If you have a wall or something, you can use that. 1 minute, one side, 1 minute the other side. Got 15 seconds until we start. So get that heel and the ball of the foot down when you get in that lunge. Don't let that knee go too far past the toes. 5 seconds. Pick a side you can do for a minute. Here we go. Lunge. Up to balance. Now, I like to go a little bit fast, but this is your minute in your life, okay? So if you're more of a beginner, for example, or if you haven't exercised much, or you don't really understand this lunge that much yet, you can go more slowly. It doesn't matter if you're going at the pace that I'm going at, okay? So that balance, you see it? Just bring that knee up and in. Like a little passe in ballet. Ooh. Less than 30 seconds left. It's important though that when you go on that lunge, get that heel down, okay? So I usually go ball heel of the foot, but right away. It's like ball heel. 10 seconds. You guys are gonna love me after this. Last one. Okay, let's go right into the other side. Here we go. Lunge and lift. So again, look at where your knee is. You can look down at it for a moment and just look at that placement. Is the heel down? Is the knee basically obscuring the toes? It's going to come right out, not too far past. You can really see mine, I think, right? See where my knee is? Good. If you really push off that heel to come up to the balance, even if you're using something to balance, push off that heel about 20 more seconds, and you'll really feel the butt. Use your breath. Keep your neck long, keep your spine long. 10 more seconds. All right, that was your last one. Nice. Good job. These are what I call them Taibo kicks. They're martial arts kicks. I'm going to show you from a couple angles. Get a little break here while you watch me. I keep my arms up and in here, but just use them for balance if you need to. Or, again, you can use something, you know, like you could kick like this, right? And use a wall if I need it for balance. So this kick, if you're seeing me from the side, I bring my knee up and then I flick the back of my foot like I'm tapping you in the shoulder with the back of with the top of my foot. There you go. Kick, touch, kick, touch. If you're really amazing, you can kick and not touch, kick, okay? Here it is from this side, okay? One side, 1 minute, here we go. So use something to hold on to if you need it. Your leg could be a lot lower than mine, okay? I'm used to doing these. And I do lean away from the leg just a little for balance mostly. And to keep my back from getting kind of funky. Use that exhale. 30 more seconds. Woo! Give yourself a little pep talk in your mind. Nice. 15 seconds. You're going to be really proud of yourself when you finish this. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the other side. Just go right in. It'll keep that heart rate up. You can do this. Here we go. Remember, you can go lower or hold on to something. Lower and holder, right? Holder. Exhaling, keeping neck long, just a little lean away from the leg, and that helps counterbalance that leg. Standing foot toes are spreading out. Lift the chest a little when you're standing up, then lean and up, lean and up. Woo! 15 seconds. Whew. There you go. Nice. All right, now we have plank variations. So we're starting to work on the core a little bit more. Plank variations, things on our hands and knees, and then finish with our abs on our back. Okay. So you are almost, you're pretty much halfway through the class right now. Good job. All right, so we've got planks on our elbows first, if that feels okay to you. Sometimes people with shoulder issues want to be on their hands. Sometimes people with wrist issues want to be on their elbows. This one, I would start on your elbows if you can. Elbows on your shoulders, toes tucked under. Get yourself ready. If you're more of a beginner, you can just hold. Don't sag. Pull in with the abs. Feel like your tail reaches straight back behind you. Those who are a little more advanced, it's hip dips. Hip, hip. I did not look at my timer. So we're gonna do 10 more sets of this, or you're just holding for 10 counts. 8, 7, look down so your neck can be long. 6, 5, 4, 3. Use that, exhale. Last one, come down, rest. So with the ab and the plank work, your breathing is not necessarily as deep. So I like to really pay attention to my exhale. That keeps a rhythm to my breath. Reminds me not to hold my breath. Because as much oxygen as you can get in is good. And when you're taking these rests, take a few really deep breaths because you can. Okay, so we're going back into that plank on your elbows if you can. On your hands does work. This time the knees are coming down. First one then the other. They don't actually touch all the way down, especially if you're on your hands, they don't, but even on the elbows, they're kind of barely. And then you do both, okay? So you hold for as long as you can. If you just need to just hold in your plank and then take a break, you do so. Here we go. I go one, then the other. My shoulders stay right over my elbows. I press the forearms and the hands down. My hips are somewhere in the vicinity of, mine are a little higher than my shoulders, I think. They could be right at the level of your shoulders, but no lower, okay? Woo! I'm trying to do these for a minute. Now we're gonna do both knees if you can. Here we go, both. I adjust my feet a little bit just to make sure I'm in the right position. Abs pulling in, belly button pulling in and up, neck long. Almost there. Woo! Can you do 15 more seconds? Because I think that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, yeah. Push down to lift up. 5 more seconds. Good, take a break. That was a long plank, you guys. All right. This one is your mountain climber. I'm going to show slow and fast versions. So watch me first before you do it. Slow, I just bring one in. Definitely using every bit of my hand and pushing the floor away. Keeping the neck long, so once you know what I'm doing, I'll just talk at you and time you, and you don't need to look at me. Those who want to go a little faster for moments, do a little like mountain climber sprints. You can go here. It's really up to you, the speed, okay? So, we're gonna try for a minute, but that is like a good long plank, you guys. So, we'll just see what we can do, right? Okay? In 5 seconds, tuck those toes under, press the floor away from you. Here we go. Use that exhale, keep your neck long. So you're still in that plank, you don't need to look at me. do a quarter of this, I'm gonna be happy. You can do a half of it, I'm gonna be happy. You can do the whole thing, I'm gonna be happy. 15 more seconds, push that floor away. Yeah, we're so close. I just want to stay, but it's really hard now. Let's do 30 more seconds. Woo! 20 more seconds. Push that floor away. Open the heart, lengthen from the heels to the top of the head. Woo, yeah, 10 more seconds. Five more seconds. Ooh, take a good long break. You want some water? You should get some. If your wrists are bothering you, slow circles first. Don't go shaking them out or giving them a humongous stretch. Just loosen them out first, okay? Loosen. Then if you want to do a mild stretch, don't go crazy with it. You can bend that hand over, right? And press. So I've got this like shape like that, right? And then switching sides. Grab some water, gang. One more plank. A couple things on our hands and our knees. And then abs on our back. A couple of stretches and we're done. Okay. Last plank. You can actually do this on the hands or on the elbows. So you can stack or stagger your feet. Pushing that floor away, try not to drop into your shoulder joint. And then switching. You can go as slowly as you want. If you have trouble doing this one, put one knee down. Switch sides and just start to push that floor away, right? Or if you want to do it on elbow, I'm going to do it on elbow. And then I just tuck the other forearm under and switch it. Now, we're going to do 45 seconds, starting right now. Go for it. Either on elbow or in hand, whichever one works best for you. You don't have to go too fast. Get stacked or stagger the feet. So it's interesting. So these really work your obliques. These, it's like, you can feel it. It's right in here. I mean, it works all your ab muscles, but it's great for the obliques. Now, the funny thing about these planks is they work your lats. So in your upper back, boxers have really big lats. In your upper back, you'll feel that tomorrow. Woo! Let's do 10 more seconds here. We can do this. We went a little longer. I like that. All right, great. Enjoy your breaks, you guys, and take some deep breaths. Okay, this one's gonna get your butt and your core, and it's hard. The next one also will get the back side of the body as well as your abs. So here's your two on your hands and knees. You can watch this one first, you guys. So if you're more of a beginner, here, and just get that leg up and back. It doesn't have to be super high. Don't crunch your back, okay? Pull up and in here. Push the floor. Okay, but if you can, you tuck the toes under and you actually take that knee off. Can you see it? So this knee, bottom knee is off. Okay? 30 seconds each side. We're doing this in 5 seconds. So either I've got my foot down with my knee off or I've got my knee down. Here we go. And slow kickbacks. Press the pads and fingers down. Don't look at me anymore if you know what I'm doing. I want your neck long. You can look down or ever so slightly out. Use your exhale. Push floor away. Pull the abs in. 15 more seconds. It's a nice stretch for the Achilles too. Ooh. Okay. gentle movement of the wrists and the hands. We're not on the hands much more, so hopefully that helps you. This one again, if you want to look at me real quick, you could have your knee down and just do the leg part, just do the butt part. That doesn't work your abs as much. Or you tuck the toes under and that knee is off. Okay, and then you've got to work that leg, so it's quite a bit harder. Here we go. 30 seconds. Keep the neck long, keep the belly button pulled in. Press the pads of the fingers, the base of the thumb and the index finger, the base of the little finger down, pushing that floor away. 10 more seconds. Okay, take a rest. Again, easy circles if you want with hands, or just relax them down if you want. Don't do anything too wild. Ease them open. Okay. Last thing on hands and knees, if your wrists are bothering you, you can make fists, or you can do hands again, but it's our last hands and knees thing, I promise. Abs pull up and in, push that floor away. Take one leg back behind you. I'm taking left leg back. I'm gonna take opposite arm, right arm forward. So you could hold here, or you can add to this. You don't even need to look at me. You can add to this by bringing elbow and knee in underneath you, like they're gonna touch, and then reach it back out without dropping the belly down, okay? 2 more of those, bring it in. It's a little balance trick, reach it out. Bring it in, reach it out and hold. Switch sides. I'm taking right leg back and left arm forward. This is my second side, neck is long. Hold that first. You could just stay there and hold that if that's a little bit more your level. Or bring the knee and the elbow underneath you, right in like you could touch them if you can. And then reach them back out. Bring them in, push that floor away, don't collapse in the belly. When you take that leg back out, don't take it higher than parallel to the floor. One more. And then come on down and rest. Okay, so the rest, which is about 12 minutes. So we've got about 8 or 9 minutes of abs on the back, a few minutes of stretching. You're good to go. Snuggle your dog, watch TV. Do whatever you do after you've done a good workout. Lie on your back on the mat. I will talk you through these. So, this one is a challenge. Okay, actually I'm gonna show 2 versions. So you can just watch me for a second. If you wanna sit up and watch me, you can. One version is right leg in, left leg out, upper body off. Upper body stays off in both of these versions, whichever one you choose. This one, you exhale and switch, so single leg stretch. Okay, I'm pulling belly button down and in, making sure my low back doesn't hurt. I'm tucking my chin. If your neck bothers you, either put your head down or just use one hand to gently support your head, not pull on it. That's version 1. Version 2 would be both knees are in. Upper body stays off the whole time. Please keep that in mind. So more advanced version, both knees and arms are in. I come into a little V, okay? My arms are right beside my ears. Notice how you can't really see my face. Don't take it back here. The legs are not too low. And then I bring it back in. Okay, you guys? Let's see if you can do 30 seconds starting now, either version. You're on your back, you're hugging either both knees and arms in and then extending into a little V. Don't get too low or too far back with the arms. Or you can do one leg in. Keep that upper body off the whole time if you can. If your neck bothers you, you can put the upper body down. But do try to do your best to do as much of the exercise as you can. Woo, and take a break. Whew. Nice job. Okay, extend your legs down on the mat. Clasp your hands behind your head. This is a crunch with the upper body, so listen to what I am saying. I lift from the chest. When my chest and shoulders come up, my head and my forehead come up at the same time. So it's like chest and forehead both come up at the same time, right? And I'm gonna try not to pull on my head. When we're exerting ourselves, it's easy to yank on your head, but think of just supporting your head as it comes up when those shoulders come off. So lift from your chest. When you do that crunch straight up to the middle, one leg comes up and in, as far as you like it. And then I switch legs as I crunch straight up. And I exhale. And exhale. I like to find a little stretch in that leg. When I do this one, when I lift my chest up towards the ceiling, a little stretch as I bring my leg up. That's up to you. Do 20 more seconds. Perfect. You are almost there. Do it. 5 more seconds. All right. Take a break. Enjoy your breaks, you guys. Just flop on your mat. You're doing great. I can tell already. Right through my camera. Okay. Extend the arms and legs out. Please be careful not to whack your arms or legs into any of your furniture. I'm going to be taking my right arm up, my left leg up, and my right shoulder off as well as my head. So here I go. If you want to look at it, you can. So I'm crossing over, taking it down. My hand and my foot basically meet up in the center. Switching sides. We've got 1 minute. Let's do it right now. So only one shoulder comes up at a time. That's the nice part. I'm tucking my chin, taking my head off. If your head and neck bother you, see if you can just put your hand behind your head and just bring your elbow a little bit up over towards that leg, okay? You've got a little bit longer to go. A little bit longer. Woo! Can you do 15 more seconds? Try it, try it, try it. 15 more seconds, keep switching. Pull that belly button in, check with your low back, check with your neck. Breathe, use that exhale. 5 more seconds. Great. Take a break. Nice. All right. A couple more on your back and you're done. Let's actually start seated. We're gonna roll back. We're gonna roll down. We're gonna roll back up. So my feet are a little bit out away from me. There's a reason for that. If my feet are in really close, it's really hard to get up. Okay. So feet out a ways, soles of the feet on the mat, knees bent. Sit up tall, but then curl through the spine. Roll down through your spine. Once you get down, take those arms just a little over the head. They don't touch the mat. And then come on up. Now, you could come up slowly if you're really strong, or you can use the arms to give you a little bit of momentum to come up. So it just depends on your level. Sometimes you still can't get up. A couple things you can do. Tuck those feet under something heavy, and they'll help you get up. Or put your hands behind your legs and pull yourself up. So just work at your level. Everyone can do this, right? Do 30 more seconds. Scoop that belly out. Try not to hold your breath. It's hard to take deep breaths in here, but I want you to at least use that exhale, keeping the breath steady, if not super deep. 5 more seconds right here. Good. You did it. All right. I think that we should do some stretching. Lie on your back. If you have any questions about the stretching, you can always sit up and look at me. I'm going to bend my knees. I'm on my back on the mat. Bend my knees, place the soles of the feet on the mat, like I'm set up for a bridge, kind of Take your right ankle onto your left thigh and let that right leg rotate out of your hip socket. So if you can see your screen, this leg's rotating out here. Now if you want to catch a hold of that left leg and draw it in, that's going to create more stretch. If you want to do that, take your right arm in between and use your hands to pull the back side of that left leg in as the right leg opens out. Please don't push on your right knee, okay? Don't push. So if you're feeling a stretch in your right hip and your glutes on the right, don't push your right knee out. Just let it rotate out from the hip socket. Should feel a good stretch on one side. Take some really deep breaths into that. Switch it. So I bend both knees, feet on the mat. Take my left ankle on my right thigh. Let that left leg rotate out from the hip socket. So the space between, that's where you put your left hand and then you use your hands to pull that right leg in. If that's too much stretch, just put that right foot down and just try and let that hip open out on its own. Relax the things that you can and breathe. I was just like, try to really let that neck go here. Let it go. Flip it onto your stomach. You have the choice of a low cobra, so elbows under shoulders, kind of like a sphinx. Press the tops of the feet down. Make sure your low back feels okay. Keep your neck long. Some people like to drop the head back. That's your choice. I prefer to keep the sides of the neck long and just lift the top of the head up and ever so slightly back. If I come up on my hands, I will get more stretch. That's a bigger cobra, like you see in a lot of yoga classes. You are welcome to do that as long as your back feels okay. Move your heart forward, up and out as you move the top of the head up and a tiny bit back and breathe. If you cannot breathe in the stretch, you probably should not be doing this stretch. Good. And then just pull back. Bring your knees wide and feet together for a child's pose if this is a comfortable pose for you. Don't hurt your knees, don't do it. I just want you to do something that relaxes your low back, relaxes your neck, relaxes your jaw and your shoulders. I actually bend my elbows a little in my child's pose to soften my shoulders. Let it all be heavy and soft. If there's a stretch in the low back, that's great. Come to sitting. Last thing is a little side bend. Side bend, let your head just kind of hang over a little bit to one side. Loosen up that side of the neck and feel that opening through the side body. And then up and over other side. Good. Just take a deep breath in as you scoop those arms out and up. Big, strong exhales. Bring those hands in heart center. Close your eyes for the last one. Relax the things you can. Inhale, arms out and up. Big exhale, letting go of anything you need